My name is Jan. This is a Crystal Choir Sing to the Whales event. It's actually 16th in a row. So we've been doing that for 4 years, 4 times 4. We do it every solstice and every equinox. And it's a very, very special gathering to many of us where we meet in the quantum space. People come from all over the world. We have people today from so many different places. There's a lot of people from Czech Republic and Slovenia that are listening to interpretation, but we have people from places like India and the United States and Canada and Spain and many different states and many different countries in Europe. So it's very nice to see you all, Portugal, Switzerland. So thank you all for joining us from all different places. In the chat box, you can let us know where you're from. If there's anything you'd like to comment, let us know. Any questions or sharing of your experiences, please feel free to do that in the chat box. So for those of you that are joining us for the first time, welcome. It's a quantum space where we meet. So even though you just see myself and maybe you can see Marie and Anika translating, you can feel the presence of all the hundreds of people gathering in the quantum space. And what actually happens is even the people in the recording, they can join this same space in the same moment. So it doesn't matter if you hear this a week or a month from now, we're still creating this resonance that embraces the planet. So I always like to say that our song travels around the planet and gives it like a warm hug. And our song is really from the heart for the whales. So they've been carrying gifts for us for a long time. And as we open up in the heart to their presence, we can start receiving, activating certain things within our field where they serve as reminders. And sometimes they bring in very specific gifts, very specific, almost like I call them books from the Akashic libraries for each one of us. So this experience for you can be very personal, even though you gather with hundreds of people. It can be very personal and very deeply inside yourself, something that goes from your heart to the whales and from them back to you. Okay, so more people have joined now, the first 5 minutes, and we have people in Madeira and Long Island and New Mexico and Austria, many different places. So thank you all for being here. Thank you for bringing your intention, your heart, your love, and your voice. Okay, I'm gonna just pull up the slide. Okay, so what happens today is we go through a few stages of this event. We always start with a meditation. This meditation serves to align the energies. It brings everybody in. We all kind of, okay, we are in the same space. So we come to the same space all together. And from then on, we kind of share within that space. We start creating, co-creating what happens here. And then we go into the energy of the event. Each solstice, each equinox is a little different. For me, it's always fun to go before the event, to go into the energy, feel what they're trying to show us, feel where they're trying to take us, and then share it with you all. This beautiful flyer is just, there's so much in it. And this event is like this flyer. So you can go many places and a lot can happen with different kinds of whales, different kinds of dolphins, different kinds of light beings, sacred geometry, and memories from in the sea, memories from in the land, So have fun exploring together with us. We're gonna come to the name, the Crystal Choir. We're gonna come to explaining a little more what's in here. But for now, I just wanna invite you to, oh, yeah. So interpretation. So for those of you that are still wondering how to hear Czech or Slovenian, this is where you click, okay? And once you click on it, it's gonna give you an option of Slovenian or Czech. This year, when we were in Morea swimming with humpback whales, news reached us that there was a baby whale, a baby white whale in Tonga. And this beautiful person, Tris Sheen, you can see in the lower right corner, she was able to take photos of it. And through these photos, we can all feel the presence of the white whale. Maybe you're aware of different prophecies. There's Aboriginal prophecies, there's Native American prophecies, and they all are relating to what the white animals are coming to say, to announce. And a lot of these prophecies have to do with this age right now, with this time past 2012, and the choices we're making as humanity to choose the what's called the higher path. So when you see a white animal, especially one of these power animals like a white whale, or this year as well in April, a white buffalo was born, they come and they carry the codes, they carry the reminder of the higher path. And by higher path, we mean the path of higher consciousness. So sometimes you don't even need to do something, just look in the eyes, look at the white, and allow the codes to start coming to you. So, what we're doing today is kind of enhancing this transmission of the codes. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this image and carry it into meditation with us. And we're gonna go and greet this baby whale. We're gonna invite it in, and all of us together, we're gonna connect to the heart, and through the heart of the white whale, the being, the spirit. Many people say the whale, the white whale is the oversoul of all the whales. So you could say it in its purest form, it's everything that the whales carry on this planet. And you might notice, even as I speak now, there's energy shifting. This whale is already doing its work. Just let it start unfolding in your field. For me, I can feel the goosebumps coming down the back of my head, down the back of my neck, down my shoulders. It's really, I love it. Hmm. Doesn't want to move. Okay. So you can see it here in the picture with together with its mama, mama the normal color. And how beautiful it is when he swims next to her. Okay, so with that image, I'm just gonna invite you to gently close your eyes. Make sure you feel comfortable, relaxed. Make sure you allow yourself to take a deep breath and feel how you're letting go of anything that was holding you in a more outwardly state. We simply sink in. And this deep breath continues to relax all of your body. With the exhale, you can follow this wave of relaxation that just travels down through your chest, your abdomen, your thighs, your legs, your feet. And then we're going to place a hand on our heart, allowing your attention to now shift to your chest, to the center of your chest. And allow the warmth of your hand to bring your attention there. And see if you can feel the beating of your heart through your hand. And just like the winter solstice represents the birth of the light in the darkness, you can feel the heart as this warm, bright spot within your chest, gently opening, flowering. And with each deep breath, you can deep your connection. Mm. And you can express your love and gratitude for your own heart, knowing that because the heart beats, you're alive. Thank you, dear heart. Thank you. I love you. Mm. Now you can imagine there's like a door, a gateway within your heart that opens into the most sacred parts. We also call it the quantum space, the quantum heart. And enter through this door, through this gateway. To experience your heart as the meeting place, a meeting place between you and your guides, different enlightened parts of your soul. The I am presence. I am here. And invite into this space of meeting first the consciousness of all dolphins and whales, the cetaceans, all the different pods, all the different kinds. And just observe, because even this invitation and the response to it is a personal download for you, it's a personal communication. Maybe you notice shifts in the energy, in the temperature. Maybe you see images or even hear messages or sounds. And there might be a specific dolphin or a whale that comes closer. And this specific whale that we want to invite closer today, as a group, as a collective heart, is the white whale, the baby white whale. Greeting it as it swims playfully, the Great Spirit, but in a body of a baby that wants to play, explore, learn, grow. So allow your heart to connect to the heart of this baby white whale. Send your greetings, your love, your joy, your appreciation. Thank you for being on the planet. Thank you for bringing the codes of the white ones. Thank you for sharing your heart with all of us. And you can notice if there's any response in your heart, in how your field responds, knows, recognizes. And now just imagine all of us, almost 600 of us that are part of this gathering today, how we form a circle in this quantum space. And how we all together send our blessings and love to the heart of this white one. And feel how, as a response, this energy of pure joy spreads through the circle. And notice how almost like a portal opens to very high levels, very high above us. To this pure light of the higher consciousness. And just notice how the presence of this white whale enhances each one of our connection to the high consciousness, the soul, the spirit. And from this space, we just give our blessing for a beautiful journey in the physical for this white one. May it live a long and happy life, reminding thousands or even millions of people of the prophecy of the higher path. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That we're gonna gently and slowly wrap this first meditation, bringing our attention slowly and gently backwards to our own heart, allowing with a deep breath for all of this to integrate, to become a part of your energy, of your heart, and a part of how you stand, how you are in this world. May it become a reminder to shine a little brighter, to be okay, showing your beauty and the light of your soul. And just take this energy all the way down to merge with the crystalline heart of Gaia. You can see yourself almost like becoming a pillar of light, grounding deep into the center of the earth. So when you feel your hand on your heart and you say, I am here, you know that I am here also means I am sacred. And with another deep breath, you say, thank you. And allow yourself to slowly and gently wake up your body, move your feet, bring your attention a little more outward. Stay in that meditation state, but slowly and gently you can come to a place of being okay, opening your eyes, paying attention to our gathering, to how we are, also in the physical. Hmm. Ah, I'll take a sip of warm drink again. Happy solstice. Thank you, everybody. For me, this wave of joy that came after we did it in a circle was such a beautiful moment. I listen to remind myself to look at the chat as well, just so I don't miss something. Okay, welcome back. So just look at the picture one more time, because I'm gonna move the slide. Thank you, dear beautiful white one. It was so nice to feel it. If there's something you want to share in the chat, please do. So this meditation will stay with us as we move on. You'll feel that, to me, it's always the intention for the first meditation to set the energy, together, all of us together, where we're very present and become a pod, a human pod, and from then on, this energy kind of guides the event, guides my words, what I'm gonna say, and we don't even need to keep our eyes closed to have the experience of that. So if it's a little too fast for you to move on, just know it's not done. It's still happening. Okay, preparing for this event, I was shown it's time to go to inner earth. It's time to celebrate what the inner earth is for each one of us, the connection we have to inner earth, and to kind of merge the experience of the crystalline within the inner earth with singing to the whales. So if you've read the program, you maybe saw that the second meditation will be the activation of what I call your personal crystalline chamber. And from that space, we then go into the quantum choir of singing to the whales all together. This is actually a real place, as you can see from the photo. There's many chambers like this that exist within the crust of the earth that will never be found. But the few that are found are offering such a beautiful invitation for all of us to feel and remember how the inner earth looks like. This chamber is in Pulpi, Spain, and it's one of the two that are known around the world. The other one is in Mexico that has even bigger crystals. Now, I want to point out that a lot of inner earth is shifted dimensionally. So when we say inner earth, we're not necessarily talking about the 3D, the three-dimensional earth. So I see these three-dimensional chambers, like this one in Spain, more as a reminder of how the higher dimensions actually look. So today, the journey through the meditation will be into the higher dimensions. And a lot of the doorways that we're going to talk about into the inner earth are the invitations to kind of do that flip. As you're entering the inner earth, you go from, oh, the physical entering into entering through your etheric body or through the quantum space in your heart, whatever you feel comfortable doing. There's many different ways to enter, but once you do, you know you did it. Yeah, so This image is an invitation to feel where we're going, but at the same time also an invitation to open up your third eye in a way where you don't get attached to how it should look, because it might look very different. Hope that makes sense. Um, one of the places that I love is here on the right in this picture. It's very hard to show in the picture how an entry point looks like, because it's more about the feeling than it is necessarily about, how would you say that? There's, for example, with this place, this is a spring of a river in Slovenia where I'm from. And I'm sharing this one because the whole inner earth journey for me has been connected to this space, specifically in Slovenia, in the Alps, where I grew up. And like I said in the description, there's pre-Lemurian civilizations within the new earth that kind of, or the inner earth, that kind of really surprised me as far as, oh, there's history before history. So I wanted to honor this particular place. You come to this spring, and what happens is you can see down through this water and the color of the water into like it just keeps going. And you can't see that from the picture, but the depth here is like at least 20 meters, around 60 feet. And even in that dark part, you can, with your eyes, the photo can't show that, but you can see it goes even further and further. So what happens when you sit there and when you close your eyes, you feel like you're falling in, it's pulling you in. It's almost like there's a magnetic pull that pulls you in there. But at the same time, it's very sacred. So, you know, there's a guardian. Usually all these portals have a guardian that makes sure you're entering from the purest of the frequency. Yeah, so I just wanted to mention how I traveled around the world. I was so attracted to South Pacific and all the Lemurian places. My soul was just singing. Coming to Hawaii, each rock was speaking, each mountain was singing. Moorea, Rarotonga, New Zealand, Aotearoa, all these places, they were just singing and telling me stories and bringing back pieces and parts of myself. I was speaking so fast, I hope translation can. um, and as I traveled, I always saw Lemuria as the place where it all started. This is like, oh, we have planet Earth, the connection to the stars from Lemuria to Pleiades, Sirius, and other places. And this is the oldest place. It goes back, anywhere from 26 to 50,000 years. And if you want to go and look through your Akash, that's where you're going to find your first incarnations. That's what I thought. And then I think it was like 5 years ago, I came to Slovenia from kind of a different place. I wrote the book and I was traveling around Europe just doing different workshops. And when I visited my dad, he took me to this one place in nature where there was a cave that was 60,000 years old, or cave was even older, but 60,000 years old. Neanderthals lived there. And next to that cave, there was a church, and this church supposedly had a very strong energy points marked by some people working with measuring the energy of the land. And my dad said, "Oh, you're into this kind of stuff. You need to go to this church." And when he took me there, I went around this energy points, just feeling into the energy. And then in one of these points, I sat down, I laid on the grass, and before I knew it, I was like sleeping, but it's one of those where you're not really sleeping. And in this kind of sleep slash vision, this crystalline beings came and surrounded me and just kind of greeted me and just stood there. And after I came out, I was like, what are these beings? There was no words. It goes kind of even beyond language. And I started to read about, oh, what is this cave? And it's like, oh, the Neanderthal left here 60,000 years ago. And they found the first instrument ever made by a humanoid. And out of a bone, this whistle flute was made. And as I was sitting there, there was just this download of information, these crystalline beings, came from the stars as well. And they came way before what we consider Lemurian, even this Neanderthal 60,000 years, even before that. And suddenly I realized, oh, there was civilizations before. They just weren't the same physical. They weren't as they were more crystalline. And from then on, the invitation has been to connect to what I call the entry points, the portals, go into inner earth and explore what's the connection? How far back does it go? What's my role? And a lot of this cannot be said in one event. So we're doing another event in a week. But for today, I wanted to just show a few of these gateways. This is a beautiful waterfall in Morea. And when you press your hand and your third eye to the water, down to the wall, you can end the doorway opens behind. There's space behind. It takes you in. So showing this, there's an invitation. These all carry, just like the white whales, they carry certain codes. So with each picture you see, just take a deep breath. Feel your connection to each one of them. Some of them you're going to feel connected to and others not. It doesn't matter. These are all just invitations. What I try to do here is to show different portals, different gateways. This is a spring of a river, Cetina in Croatia. And it's called the eye of the earth because you can see the eye. And this is just a magical, magical place. So deep breath at this one. Mount Shasta in California is one of the most known ones around the world. Books written about the inner earth, Lemurian civilizations. Amaramuro in Peru, they marked it. They felt the need to show that there is a doorway. There's a story of the last Incan king going through this doorway into another dimension with a golden disc from Lemuria. So a lot of these stories actually carry information, coding, energies. They're not just stories. And as you take a deep breath with each one of those, you're gonna feel how they communicate. This is a beautiful one in the ocean. It's a blue hole in Belize. So in the middle of very shallow water, you get a hole that goes 124 meters down. And it was just, they say it's one of the best diving spots in the world. And I haven't been to all of this, just so you know. It's just, for me, it's more connecting to the energy and sensing it, and hopefully one day I can make it there. Let me just put the slide back and just say that in reality, these are just some of the most beautiful ones that you can, even in the physical, see this resonance. You can see the portal, even in the physical. There's gonna be other ones. There's actually countless gateways. So I want for each one of you to actually feel in the area where you live, because there's many smaller ones that are maybe not known, maybe not, nobody knows about it. Maybe you're the only one that can discover it. But I want you to feel and know that there's some local gateway near you. I can assure you there is. Um, there's many. There's a lot of these portals and gateways around the world. So you don't need to necessarily travel to an exotic place like Belize to experience a portal. You can just find a local one, or even when we do a meditation, just ask to be taken to one of these or another one that you know of. So like I said, there's too much information to put it all in one event. So this is a Sync to the Whales event, working with the energy of the inner earth, the crystalline. And in a week, we're also going to do a kind of an in-depth workshop, working deeper with the crystalline counterpart that I believe each one of us has within the inner earth. We're going to work with what I call the quantum colors. So there's quantum crystalline colors that can be used for healing, and that this being showed me how to work with in our field. And we're gonna work with belugas as another white whale that showed me how to then ground and bring that energy into the body. So after the event, you're gonna receive the recording and the link to this workshop as well. And in March, we're going to Baja California to be with the gray whales. This retreat is kind of full. There might be 1 or 2 spots left. So write to me if you want to have more information about this one. And in April, we're going back to Red Sea, Egypt. And this is going to be a beautiful retreat, as you can feel from the flyer. A week on a boat with dolphins. Okay. So I tried to be very coherent and um, go through this information. I hope I gave you enough time to feel each one of these places, because I wanted to just now go from here into the experience. If there's any questions, anything you'd like to share, you can do now as I just prepare the energy for the crystal choir. So what we're gonna do, let me see. Oh, here's Mom. Okay, yeah, so this is the meditation. Okay, so let me just go back here. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna now go through a meditation into the inner earth. We're gonna enter what I call your personal crystal chamber. So within this multidimensional spaces, multidimensional, really, how would you call that? It's like worlds. It's like there's whole worlds within inner Earth. So it's like, oh, what we have here on the surface is one world, but then you can imagine different worlds that can open depending on where your connection leads you to. But within these worlds, there's also personal places. So there's a personal crystalline chamber. And you can see in this flyer, we also tried to point. Dolphins are pointing in there. It can be in the water, it can be in the land. There's the crystals surrounding it. And in meditation, we're going to go in, allow some sound to start activating these crystals. There is Akash in there, there is personal memories. And then we're going to invite dolphins and whales to come join us through the grids. And we're going to sing, each one of us, out of personal crystalline chamber. So this is the program for today. And as you know, uh, all of these happen in the moment. So I prepared to a certain amount ahead of time and a lot of sentences. Sometimes what I see, what's coming in, is happening in the moment. That's why I always say this is co-created. Each one of us brings our voice, our energy, and who we are in our uniqueness, and we bring it together, and this creates the energy of this event. So even what I say is directed by each one of you. Okay, you ready? Okay, so the way this works is, for those of you here for the first time, those of you that were with us before, you know, but after the meditation, you're invited to express the song that you have in your heart through your voice. As a background, we use the track from Moon. This is the group you see on the screen. They're from Barcelona, Spain, and they have the most beautiful harmonies that they create with their voices. A lot of overtones, a lot of very, very beautiful harmonies. So we use their sound to create a feeling of a choir. So you know you're not alone in this space. You're actually singing together with hundreds of people from around the world. Um, and I always say, please support them. Go to their website, buy their music, because they're just amazing. So moam.net. Okay. And that brings us to the meditation. Yay. So I'm just going to take a sip of water and then we can go in. Mm. Okay. Mm. So just as before, you're gonna see how much easier it is now to slip back into this meditation. You can gently close your eyes. You can gently bring your attention to your heart, taking a deep breath, relaxing every part of your body, feeling how you ground down through your feet, connecting all the way down to the heart of Gaia. Knowing that in reality, even though we work with the whales, the dolphins, we always work within the hug of the planet. She's the one that holds this space. And especially today, honoring the inner earth, honoring the multidimensional nature of the planet of Gaia, the compassion and the love of the Mother that can hold within her the infinite worlds, dimensions. So we start this meditation by saying thank you, and you can see yourself hugging the planet, hugging the heart of Gaia. Thank you for holding me, dear Gaia. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the abundance and love. And thank you for life that grows and flows. And bringing your attention to your heart now, making your connection to the quantum space within your heart a little stronger. If you'd like, you can even see yourself entering through that doorway into the sacred parts within your heart. And now, together with your heart, feel the connection and open up your pineal gland as well. Pineal being in the center of your brain, connected to the inner eye that sees and senses into other dimensions. And from this space, we just say our intention that this meditation, this journey today, the song for the whales, may it all be guided by the higher consciousness, by the soul. May I go only to the places that are for the highest good of all. And now allow your heart to pull you to one of the portals, to one of the gateways. And allow this pull to happen almost like a magnetic. Don't choose ahead where you're going. Allow this magnetic pull to simply bring you there. Somewhere around this planet, there is a gateway that calls you and brings you there. And to any guardian of the light, we say we come with love. and we enter to remember more of our crystalline nature. And as you get the approval from the guardian, allow this energy to pull you in. Allow yourself to enter and for a lot of you, you might be greeted by some form of a guide, crystalline being, or even a group. And our intention today is to be taken to your personal crystalline chamber, where the crystals are that hold the memories, the Akash, and the songs that are all related to your soul. And maybe this chamber will look like the one that was shown in the picture before, a geode that has crystals coming from every wall, every direction, all pointing towards the center. Or maybe it looks different, your personal cave, your personal space. Just sit down right in the middle, right in the center, and allow your meditation to deepen. Allow the stillness and the sacredness to envelop you, hold you. And as we sit here today, we give the intention for any beneficial information, memories, codes, energies to now activate within the crystals, within the walls. You might see certain colors. You might start receiving information or codes. And to enhance this activation, we're gonna play a crystalline sound. And now we're gonna invite in this sacred crystalline space the connection, this quantum connection between your heart and the whale grids, the dolphin grids. To them swimming through the waters in 3 dimensions, or swimming through these higher dimensional levels. It's almost like one and the same. So feel how your heart opens a little more and starts beating a little differently as the dolphins and whales, as the guardians of this crystalline, as the librarian within the quantum Akashic records. Join us. And maybe you notice even more activation within the crystals, more codes releasing and becoming a part of you, downloading into your body, into your field. And we're gonna gather all these energies into beautiful feeling of love and gratitude within the heart. To where we're gonna invite our heart and our soul to express it as a sound, express it as a song. Where we become humanity, singing to the whales from our crystalline chambers. We become the crystal choir together with dolphins and whales and crystals. So take a deep breath, gather all of your gratitude and love within your heart. And when you're ready, allow the song to come out. And taking deep breaths within your crystalline chamber. Allowing the songs of the humpbacks and belugas and sperm whales to integrate and become like a joyful smile within your field. Knowing that it's not just us singing to them, us saying thank you, but it's also them singing to us and them saying thank you. And may the codes of the white ones, the white belugas, the white humpback, the oversoul of the whale, may they become a beautiful representation of the light that turns on within your heart in this time of solstice, in the darkest time of the year. And allow now that your heart, just like it brought you to your crystalline cave, slowly and gently shows you your way back through the chambers of inner earth to the gateway where you entered, thanking your guides, the crystalline beings on this journey, thanking the guardian that was at the gateway, instructing yourselves and your body that everything that is in the highest good and that is in your own personal highest good, everything that you can remember, instructing your body to integrate it, to bring it with you as you leave the gateway and you return to where you're sitting. Slowly and gently, your heart pulling you back through your heartbeat, through your awareness, back to where you're sitting. And you can gently smile to celebrate what just happened. And this smile also helps you to embody all of the codes, all of the downloads that you just received. And from the highest of your being, from your soul, from the highest consciousness, just like a pillar grounding down through your body into the crystalline heart of Gaia, the planet Earth. I am here. I am sacred. I remember. And I know that the birth of light, that is solstice, happens within my own heart. and the snow, the winter, is really the crystalline in another form. Knowing that my light activates any information, anything I need to know on my journey. Thank you. Saying thank you to your heart. Saying thank you to your being. Taking another deep breath. And gently and slowly you can start waking up your body. Moving your feet, moving your legs. Moving your spine. If you need, you can gently rub your hands together and place them on your face to warm up your face, your eyes. And then when you're ready, you can come fully back, open your eyes. It's a joy for me whenever I open my eyes and see that the internet connection didn't go out and we're all still here. So I love coming back and saying, yeah, it worked. I'm not talking to myself. Beautiful. Thank you all. This has been the most exquisite journey. I I hope you can feel everybody with us. I always can feel all of you joining in, all the different kinds of dolphins and whales, and today also all the crystalline beings. It is very, very special to have this experience and also to feel the gratitude from dolphins and whales after we're done. I know I can feel it deep within myself that this song actually embraces the earth and is perceived with anyone that has this quantum sense. And it's not just the whales and dolphins, but of course, because we put them in our circle, they can hear it and feel it the most. So, inside the chat box, if there's anything you'd like to share, we're gonna stay online for a little bit longer. We like to keep it coherent and succinct for the recording purposes. So I usually stop the recording and then stay a little longer to just read your comments a little more. I want to thank Marie for translation into Czech. As always with Marie, there was a 144, so a sacred number again for Czech people. I want to thank Anika, my love, for translating into Slovenian language. This is the first time we had Slovenian. We had Spanish and Portuguese before. So we're expanding into new areas. So thank you all from Slovenia that joined today. It's lovely to have so many people with us. And of course, to all of you from all the places around the world, from all the different states in the United States and Canada and Mexico and Brazil and all the different countries in Europe. We always have people from all over the place, from England to Netherlands and Belgium, Austria, Germany, uh, Spain and Portugal and so on. And as I saw before, somebody from India, there's some, of course, people from New Zealand, Australia, and lately sometimes people from Taiwan, China, India, and so on. So thank you all for being here, co-creating this. And have a beautiful, beautiful crystalline winter wherever you are. Hope this brings new light into this whole crystalline journey. And of course, like I said before, you're invited to join us in a week for the workshop where we're gonna go deeper into working with the crystalline beings within the inner earth the healing colors, the belugas that you heard in the recording. The recording had a beautiful dance between the belugas and the humpbacks and the sperm whales, all of them carrying the white coats. So we're gonna go way deeper with that in the workshop. So you're warmly invited to join. More info in the email. So was there anything else? I thanked all the translation. Thanking myself, thanking the whales, thanking all of you joining us. Have a beautiful, beautiful winter. And for those of you that are planning to join us somewhere around the world, swimming with dolphins or whales with us, looking forward to seeing you and hugging you. And for everybody else, yeah, sending a lot of love and many hugs your way. So thank you.